Sorry about this, people. Good evening. This is your guy, your host, DLG REPPIN, yeah? I'm out here in my local park here doing another YouTube recording just based on football, really. And I'm going to be bringing you some football in context because it's strictly 100% football and that's what I do. So ladies and gentlemen, to the boys and the girls, hope you can bear with me, yeah? Hope you've had a good day, and this is going to be the last of the 3 videos that I do. So I'm going to kick us off with news that not many people around the world would know about, or in the country. And I'm talking about football people all over the country, especially that Brendan Rodgers had the coronavirus. He said that he felt that he couldn't walk, and in hearing that, yeah, he's the second manager in the Premier League, yeah, to catch the coronavirus, and the first was Mikel Arteta, who is the younger of the two, and that was worrying enough as it is. And Brendan Rodgers is about 10 years older than Mikel Arteta. He caught the coronavirus. He felt that he couldn't walk, and every time he tried to walk, it felt like he was climbing up Mount Kilimanjaro, he said. And this is something that he told BBC Radio Leicester. Now, for me, if that has happened to him, then there might be 2 or 3 Premier League managers that we don't know about having the coronavirus. We know that there's more than, what, 4, 5, maybe up to 7 or more players in the Premier League that have got the coronavirus. And that is still worrying. Yes, the government have said that you can meet up with no more than 6 people on Monday. The government have said as long as you keep your 2 meters distances, then you can meet up with no more than 2 people. School should be opening by Monday. How do I feel about that being a TA? I'm going to reserve my comment and keep that quiet. However, as a football fan and an Arsenal fan, I wish Brendan Rodgers all the best in his recovery, and now that he's recovered, I wish him all the best in his career as a football manager, except when he played the Arsenal, which will happen later on this season because the Premier League does resume, and I, for one, is glad and relieved. So we'll see the conclusion of the Premier League, but the EFL are not far behind. Well, League 2's been voided, so the Championship comes to mind. Hopefully they'll get it turned over. Sorry about the picture quality. It's not the picture quality as such, but the sun is really beaming out here, so just bear with me. Excuse me. I don't need texts and messages and emails, etc. while I'm doing this video recording. So, to Brendan Rodgers, it's a relief to hear that you've done well to recover from the coronavirus. You've guided Leicester into a good position this season, 3rd in the table against the odds, one of the best defences in the league against the odds, and you've played some of the best football in the Premier League this season. And apart from your thrashing from Liverpool, you've been exceptional. Then again, we talk about thrashings. You smacked Southampton up 9-0 away from home, and that's without fail, no reply. So Brendan Rodgers, well done to yourself for recovering from the coronavirus. That's great positive news there. So big up yourself there, Brendan Rodgers. Macclesfield Town players. Moving on other news, yeah. Moving on to other news, should I say. Macclesfield Town players were paid, finally, after 8 months of waiting. Just bear with me, I'm going to get papers which I brought out here with me. It's a good thing I've done that. I will bring my notes out if I have to. Right, there we go. Back of the newspaper, of course. Yes, I'm going to read a bit of it here, while the police can allow me to. And it will do, and where am I? There you go. Yes, finally, after what was gone on at the club at the club from League Two. Macclesfield have had Macclesfield Town players have had their wages finally delivered to them. So I'm going to read a bit here, or a small article. Macclesfield's players were paid on schedule yesterday for the first time in 8 months. Imagine any man or woman in life, waiting 8 months, to be paid. I'll go mad. I would have to go elsewhere and make another form of income, because I can't wait 8 months. That's regardless if I haven't got children or not. That's fucking irrespective of whether I've got children or not. And do pardon my language in front of a young child walking with the parent. But that's 8 months of waiting to be paid. Anyway, I'll read on. The League Two outfit have been scrambling for cash during the campaign, and missing payday deadlines cost them points. But remarkably, without a game since March, the salaries arrived on time. Owner Amir Akadi avoided a new crisis. Sunsport revealed on Sunday that Mac were facing the prospect of a further points deduction, which could see them relegated instead of bottom club Stevenage. Well, then it's a relief from their part that they're not going to be relegated, and Stevenage have to suffer the brunt of that. And that's due to the fact that they would never ever get to survive with how many league games remaining, maybe 7-8 games remaining in the league. But Macclesfield have avoided the relegation just due to the fact that they've done it at the skin of their teeth, and they knew if they did not pay their players this time around after 8 months, that is terrible. Things at the top need to be sorted out, and sooner rather than later, for Macclesfield Town. So moving on to other news, let me just get my note while I'm out here in the beautiful sun. And the park that I'm at is a very busy park, so bear with me. Stoke City manager Nathan Jones, he's apologised. Excuse me. Stoke City's manager Nathan Jones has apologised for
when I was first getting the food off earlier,
apparently wearing a Stoke top, after he was revealed as a manager of the month. After he was rewarded manager of the month award. And I'm going to read a bit here. I'm going to read a little bit here, plus the parts that I've highlighted. Nathan Jones apologised to Luton fans over his shirt gaff after returning as manager yesterday. So basically, he went back to Luton to get the job as the manager, but he was in a Stoke top, full kit tracksuit from top to bottom. So that did not please the Luton Town fans, and I can understand that. Right, I'm going to read on. The Welshman had already left fans fuming after walking out of the club last season during their League One winning campaign to take charge of Stoke. But Jones, 47, said it was an absolute whirlwind of a week. I didn't know I had worn it until the day before. I went and I did press for Stoke. So he says, I had no other clothes on me because it was a whirlwind. I was at the training ground. I had taken training. Then I had to do press. Then I was told the EFL were there to take a photo. I either did it in a Stoke top or bare-chested, and that was a naive mistake. Well, it would look even more professional. It would look even more unprofessional if he did it in a Stoke. Well, should I say, not a Stoke top, but it would look even more unprofessional if he did it bare-chested. So, in the first place, he should have. Well, I don't know if he should have had. Did he have the time? Because I don't know what happened exactly. He might not have had the time. But if he did, then in the first place, he would have got himself changed into kit where it don't involve showing Stoke City colours. However, he was sacked by Stoke later on this season. That I have just recently found out. But if he didn't have the time to get changed, then it's not as if he's going to do it bare-chested. Now, that would be the most unprofessional thing that any manager could have done. And I've got a visitor with me. Excuse me, that was a little wasp. To get rid of that. So as you can see, it's not so plain and sailing doing this, but I wanted to do it outside with my selfie stick, so just bear with me, guys. And I'm going to read some more. So if people took it the wrong way, I'm sorry. Chief Executive Gary Sweet said, everyone knows that we thought about Nathan when he left for Stoke. We hardly made our disappointment a secret. Yeah, I can imagine the noise. I can imagine. You can't keep that quiet. You know, he had to face the music there, and it wasn't good. And I can't imagine the track being good. Clearly, we couldn't move forward without those issues being mostly corrected and over time with the board. This has been done. Nathan has been humble with us, and we've repaired our differences. So you know what? You can't change the past, but all you can do is just move forward and into a new chapter. But he's moved back to create a new chapter. So to Nathan Jones, I wish him all the best of luck on that one. Yeah, it might take time to win over the fans, if be the majority, but it is what it is. He's got a task. Well, or two. So wishing Luton Town and Nathan Jones all the best of luck there. So moving on to other news now. And it was said today that English Premier League fans will return to the terraces for next season. I'll say next season, well, that could be halfway through next season, because I don't see any football supporters in the terraces this season. Possibly the end of this year, beginning of the new year. And I've said this before. And I think the Premier League and the authorities need to make sure that everywhere within the stadium, in terms of the facilities, in terms of getting through the turnstiles, basically for fans to be in the terraces in full numbers, every stadium would need a deep clean from top to bottom. Every stadium will need a deep clean before fans can go into the terraces. I don't care whether it's Old Trafford, the Emirates, to, I don't know, Dulwich Hamlet, Fisher. Let's be real. It would need a deep cleaning before the authorities can declare that it will be safe and well within the fans' right to return to the terraces. So, yeah, the main thing is football is back. If it means watching football behind closed door on telly, what's all the fuss about? What's all the moaning about? Let's get on with it and let's try and finish the football season. That's what I say. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Ladies and gentlemen, to the boys and the girls, thanks for listening to all three of my contexts, or should I say all three of my videos and my contexts. And tomorrow morning I'll be back with another edition, as I do every day, as much as I can, yeah? The main thing is, yeah, if I can't do three, I'll have to do one at least for you fans, just to keep you going. So this is my channel, DLG REPPIN, and your host and your guy is going to call it a day again, yeah? So again, DLG REPPIN, peace, bless and love. And you know what I'm going to say. Anything that I've discussed today that you want to discuss, then leave your comments below. Do drive the thumbs up like button more than the down. And remember, yeah, to subscribe to my channel, yeah, in abundance, yeah? More than subscribe to my channel. I need more than hundreds before Christmas. And I've stated that before, and I'll keep saying and I'll keep stating it again and again and again, even beyond blue in the face. More than murder the subscribe button for me, and I mean that with an abundance, yeah? Other than that, guys, yeah? I'm gonna cut, yeah? So, be safe, protect the NHS, yeah? And stay indoors and try and save lives. Otherwise, this is your guy, DLG Reppin, and I'm gone. Laters.